see our Catholic brother or sister or a priest or a bishop doing something that appears to be sinful, okay? And this is exactly what we have here with the Roman Pontiff. We have a situation where what the Roman Pontiff is doing, he's putting his hand at his heart, as are various cardinals at the ceremony in which what appears to be an Indian shaman is invoking the Western grandmother for spirits. So he appears to be participating in a pagan ritual. That's what all appearances indicate. But what St. Thomas is saying is that unless we have evident indication of a person's wickedness, we should always interpret for the best what is doubtful. So we should always be interpreting everybody's action in the best possible light. So because if we don't, we form a judgment that is incorrect. He says that it's better to err by thinking well of someone when in fact we're wrong, that better than to err by thinking evil of someone when in fact they're right. Because in the latter case, we're actually doing an injury to our neighbor, whereas in the former, we're just wrong. Nobody's offended by that. We're just wrong. So there's no actual injury done. Now, the question is, so we should always be interpreting everybody's actions as best as possible, and especially for the Roman Pontiff, because as we owe anyone on earth the most reverence possible is the Roman Pontiff. But the question then is, do we have evident indications of his wickedness? Now, trads have been saying for years now that we ask the Holy Father to clarify his stance on so many different issues because so many different things that he says and does indicate heretical and scandalous things to the faith. Now, this brings up the next principle, which is the principle of scandal. Now, the term scandal means, according to St. Thomas, it is an occasion for spiritual ruin. That's what a scandal is. A scandal is an occasion for spiritual ruin. So what I do as a Catholic, as a Christian, can affect what my brother does. So I can cause a scandal by what I do, which will become an occasion of spiritual ruin for my brother, even if the thing should have the appearance of sin. So let's just assume for a moment everything that Pope Francis did was an entirely Catholic ritual which we don't understand because we don't know the indigenous culture or whatever. Nevertheless, can anyone say that this did not have at least the appearance of sin? Did it not have the appearance of sin to invoke the Western grandmother and to join with spirits? Yes, it did have the appearance of sin. I think as Thomas Green really pointed out, can we just agree that we should not participate in such a ritual? But the problem is that by participating in this ritual, so let's assume it was entirely Catholic in and of itself. It gives the appearance of sin. It gives the appearance that we should participate in the invoking of the fallen spirits. So we should go, what this does is it's a scandal because even if it is some kind of Catholic ritual, it gives all of the appearances that as a Catholic, I should just go down to the local tarot card reader or the occult magician or whatever, and he needs to invoke his spirits. Or I can go to the local powwow. Let's say they got a powwow. Some Indian tribes are doing their powwow, and they're invoking the spirits. Well, I'd like to go do that because Pope Francis just did that himself. So I should just go do that to imitate Pope Francis, shouldn't I? I'm a good Catholic. Well, this is the type of thing that goes on. Catholics should not be involved in any rituals that invoke spirits. There is only one spirit, which is the Holy Spirit, and every other spirit is evil.